Now, let's cross over and go to my colleague Benjamin Akapo from the stands. He joins us from the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. Ben, take it over.
Well, thank you very much. And we're here in the heart of Accra, the Kwame Nkrumah Circle. There's a lot of hubbub around here. And, of course, we are this news stand where the major newspapers, all of them with their
Of course, we are this newsstand where the major newspapers, all of them with their headlines this morning, some of them, the Daily Guide, Wear Face Mask and Opuni, signs $19.9 million contract with expired certificate. There's also the Chronicle newspaper this morning, and it talks about those 436 pistols that have been erased. Then Mahama mocks Akufo-Addo. That's in the National Enquirer newspaper. But our focus, one of our focal areas this morning is going to be this one here, the Informer newspaper, Airbus brouhaha. Arrest Mahama if you think so. And that is the NDC daring Special Prosecutor Martin Amidu. Now, I've been interacting with some members of this community, some of those who work here. And we have joining us this morning. Your name, sir?
I'm David.
David. David, what do you do around here?
I'm a distributor here.
Right. Now, what are your thoughts on this entire bit? Some have said that, well, Mahama should just present himself to the special prosecutor, like the special prosecutor has called for. But others are saying, like you see the NDC here, they are saying, if you think the man is guilty, arrest him. What are your thoughts?
My thought about the issue is that since the special prosecutor respected ex-president, for him to invite him, our ex-president supposed goes on with the invitation so that everything will be possible and simple. But I'm wondering what kick against these things. Mama, as president, got angry about the issue. He has the power to invite him. So I was wondering why the ex-president was angry about this thing. So that's my thought about that. The special prosecutor had the power to invite, or he can arrest Mahama to come to the office so that they can go about this issue. But I was wondering why the ex-president got angry. And what about, again, the NDC people? I was wondering why they were going brouhaha about this issue. Ex-president, he's a statesman. And when something is wrong, they can invite him to come to share his also view. I think it is possible for the special prosecutor to invite our ex-president. So I see nothing wrong about that. That's why the supporters of the NDC got angry about that.
But don't you think, like they're saying, the NDC side, if you think he's guilty, arrest him. Why don't we just go ahead? If we feel he's guilty, why not let the law take its course?
That's why I said earlier before, because he's a ex-president, he wanted to respect him. He can do so. He can do so because he has made an inquiries about the Airbus issue and saw that there is issue against the ex-president. So he just gave him that respect to invite him. But I wonder why the NDC people the supporters should exercise patience for them to allow their candidates to go and see what is happening there.
Well, thank you very much for sharing your thoughts. At least from his point of view, the former president should allow himself, he should just go submit himself to the office of the special prosecutor and actually face the questioning. But let's move on to interact with another person. He's a passerby, and we spotted him here. Your name?
Dennis.
Dennis, right. So, Dennis, what are your thoughts on this matter? I'm sure you followed the story. The back and forth between the former president and Martin Amidu. What do you think? Should former President Mahama go submit himself to be interrogated, or do you feel if the man is wrong, the law should just go ahead and apprehend him?
No, I don't think the law should just go ahead immediately. I think the best thing they have to do is to invite Mahama to the office, and maybe they will do a few interviews with him, find out what exactly was the problem and what led to it. But going straight to arrest him, I don't think is the best thing, because he is a former president. He is also one of the respectable people in the country. So they can't just go ahead and just arrest someone like that. But they should invite him. I'm sure when they invite him, he will come to the office, they will sit him down with him, they will do some few interviews, and they will do some investigation. When the investigation is done and he is proved guilty, then the law can take him on. But if he's not proved guilty, then that is it. So I don't think it's the best way for them to arrest him immediately.
Now, what do you think of this? One of the reasons the special prosecutor has given for not going ahead to, invite President Mahama over earlier was the fact that it's a national security situation, per his perspective, that we're approaching elections, he is the flag bearer of a party, so it is not the right time. But consider this, assuming former President Mahama becomes president again, and assuming we find that he is culpable in a way, then what do we do? Now he would be president again, assuming.
Yeah, I think, well, since it's a national security something, though the national security today also have their procedure or processes of going through set issues like this. So I think in a responsible way, since he's a former president, I mean, they have to look at a way of dealing this issue. I mean, if he's found guilty, that is a different thing altogether. But for now, I think the best way they have to do is to invite him. I mean, let them invite him, sit him down, and do some few interviews with him. And I think when things are done right, I think everyone will be happy. But going ahead and doing something in that way, I don't think is the best way. And we are in election year. If things are not done rightly, it can bring a lot of confusion and not peace in the country. So they have to do it in a way that there will be peace and fair election in the country.
Right. And right before you let go of us, Dennis, now, I'm sure in your neighborhood as well, campaigning is happening, especially with the MPP, the NDC, and all of that. As we wrap up, I'd like to find out from you, how do you find the campaigning of the parties, especially in these COVID-19 times? What strategies have you seen the parties adopting, and are they working for you? Are the parties speaking to you?
Oh yeah, they are really working. I think so far the campaign I've been seeing is the MPP campaigns. I've not seen any NDC campaigns going on for now. And the MPP campaigns are going extremely well. I think they are mostly telling the people to abide by the protocols of the COVID-19. So every places that people go, they wear their masks, some use the sanitizer, some wash their hands and all that. And most people to also practice the social distances anywhere that they go. So with the campaign strategy, I can see that they are doing it, but they are making sure that they are going through the COVID-19 protocols. So everything is under control. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for interacting with us this morning. And that is it. It's a wrap this morning from the heart of Accra, the Kwame Nkrumah Circle, where we've been getting the thoughts of some of those who pass by on the major headlines of today. Benjamin Akakpo reporting from Kwame Nkrumah Circle.
Well, thank you, Ben, from coming from our Circle Dubai here in Ghana. You're still watching the AM show. We've got show business news coming up pretty shortly. Stay with us.